Hey everybody, this is Chewy Plays Nintendo, and today I want to talk about why I think that by the end of this year, the Nintendo Switch will be a must-have console. If you guys tuned in to my last video, I talked about the Nintendo Switch being rushed to the market, and I kind of mentioned at the end that it was going to lead into this conversation. But anyways, I wanted to start out by saying the news that Nintendo has put out due to the successful Switch sales is that they are doubling the production of Nintendo Switches. I think they are now aiming for their first 12 months to sell 10 million consoles. Now this is big, considering that the Wii U only sold just over 13 million. So they're going to practically tie the sale, or they're expecting to tie the sales that the Wii U had essentially in 1 year, which is a big statement. And I mean, doubling production just shows that they are confident that it's going to happen. But I want to tell you why I'm confident that it's going to happen, because like I said, I think that by the end of this year, everybody is going to want a Switch. I mean, that's, of course, an overgeneralized statement. Not everybody will want it, but I think enough people will want it to make that a reality for Nintendo. So anyways, this launch, I think a lot of people were kind of critical about the launch lineup. Like, there are not many games out. Essentially, I own 3 games right now. It is Zelda, Snipperclips, and Bomberman. But I always think about what my brother said about the Wii U, and his biggest disappointment in the Wii U, that is, he's had it for a long time, but in total, he got 4 games for it. That is not great, considering I know he has a 3DS and he has so many games for that. So he just wanted to see Nintendo support the console more, and he wanted to see more games that he was interested in, but that just didn't happen. Already, he has 2 games on the Switch and it's just been out. That's half of what he owned on the Wii U. So that's just like a quick little thing that I wanted to say, because I think the quality of the games that the Switch is going to get, especially in this first year, is really what's going to put it ahead of the game. Zelda, that's the big launch title. Like, if you got a Switch and didn't get Zelda, I'm sure you had your reasons, but really, for most people, Zelda is the game to have. And I would say I guess I'm not disappointed in that, like, that's the only game right now, because it's a huge game. I've spent over 45 hours on it, because the Switch doesn't give you, like, an exact number of how long you've played, but I've played that much, and I have barely scratched the surface. I am not far. I'm not anywhere close to beating the game or the story, and I think that's just the type of game it is. Like, it's an open world game. Like, you can run around and do whatever you want. Like, you don't necessarily have to follow the story. And I think just having that much gameplay available to you right from the start, like, that shouldn't be scoffed at. Like, sure, it's one game, but it's one game that's gonna last you upwards of 100 hours. And I don't think there's anything to complain about that. Like, if you want to go through the story really quickly, you can. But if you want to dive into the game and really enjoy it, and enjoy, like, every aspect of it to its fullest, you're going to spend a lot of time playing this game. So I think that is the perfect game to get out right away, just to give people I guess just a really nice experience while they wait for other games. And the other games are coming. I keep thinking, like, wow, next month is just a month after the Switch has been released. Already Mario Kart is on the docket. And I mean, sure, Mario Kart 8 was already out on the Wii U, but sales figures were low on the Wii U. Not many people got it, so not many people played this Mario Kart. And Mario Kart historically has been a console seller for Nintendo. A lot of people buy a Nintendo system and play Mario Kart. And I think even more so than a Zelda game, because Zelda, I would say that's more of a hardcore game, but Mario Kart really has a wide appeal. Like, you can play, everybody can be easily into Mario Kart, and it's so easy to just like pick up and play a Grand Prix, just 4 tracks with somebody, and they have a good time. It's a game that's very easy to pick up, and yeah, so that comes out already next month. And then outside of that, they have Splatoon coming in the summer. The world, at least the people who own the Wii U, went crazy over Splatoon. It is so exciting to know that so many more people are going to experience this game, because I've got to say, it has quickly become my favorite Nintendo title that is not an Animal Crossing title, because I think I could not beat a lot of my games on Wii U because I kept going back to Splatoon. The replayability is wonderful. The concept is so good. I cannot go on about how great Splatoon is. And then later in the year, you're going to get a brand new 3D Mario. And it's a Mario game that people have been wanting for a very long time. It's based on essentially a game that changed the world. Super Mario 64 changed video games as we know it. And to know that Nintendo is going back to that formula, that is... it's so good. It's good to hear. Literally, that game jumped everything into the 3D style gaming that we do. And so people are excited about this. Mario games are fun, but we just haven't gotten something like this since essentially the Sunshine game on GameCube, which GameCube also not a really great seller. So a lot of people haven't played like a Mario game like this since the N64. So yeah, these titles, by the end of this year, we're going to have Zelda, Mario Kart, Splatoon, and Mario Odyssey. Those 4 titles are huge games, and we're getting that within the first year. This first year of Nintendo content that we're getting just puts the entire Wii U library to shame. It took the Wii U its entire life to get Zelda. And now we get this Zelda game right from the beginning. That is amazing. And then outside of that, Nintendo is coming out with their new IP, ARMS, which I think it's going to do well. I don't know how well, but I personally am more and more sold on this idea every day. So I think I'm going to get it, and I will enjoy it, because I've played Punch-Out on the Wii, which had motion controls, and it was boxing kind of similar, and I had a really good time with that game. So those are 5 huge titles, and outside of that, Nintendo is getting so many indie games. I mean, sure, they're getting a lot of indie games late, but they are also starting to pick up the steam. Like they have to play catch up for a little bit. I think that's hard to get, but I mostly play Nintendo games, and I know like the indie titles, just like, or the indie and third parties, they aren't always there. So you can't always count on that. And I think since they haven't been there, they're going to be getting a lot of catch-up games, like the Skyrim. That game has been out 6 years now, right? I've never played it, so I think I'm going to pick it up on the Switch, because just playing things on the Switch seems like the most appealing way for me to experience them. I like the portability aspect. Like, I've always liked the 3DS, so it's just something that's appealing to me, to be able to play all of these titles on the go. And yeah, just after the Nindies showcase, I was pretty convinced. I was like, okay, there are going to be a lot of titles coming out that are indie titles, and there's going to be something for everybody to play on there. And yeah, I think by the end of this year, people are going to realize, like, whoa, this stuff is really cool. The games on here, really, they're great. They're going to be great. And then outside of that, like, by the end of this year, I think we're gonna get more news about the Virtual Console. I think it'll be out, I don't know, by the end of this year, I'm hoping. But I'm really, yeah, I just think it's gonna be out at some point in this year. And then other services like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, I think those are gonna make an appearance very soon. The console is gonna have its stuff together. And by the end of the year, people are going to realize this. There are going to be tons of great games to play. And then even at the end of this year, there are just going to be more announcements of what else is coming. Because the bulk of the announcements, I think there's only been one game that has been teased for 2018 so far, and that's Fire Emblem. That is my third favorite Nintendo series. And the order goes Animal Crossing, Splatoon, Fire Emblem, and so yeah, we know there's another one of those titles coming to the Switch, and that's the only thing we've heard about 2018. Like, they are focused on this year, and then by the end of this year, we're going to be getting tons of news about what's coming next, and it's only going to get more exciting from here. So yeah, that's what I think. The Nintendo Switch is going to be a big seller throughout the year. It's going to keep drawing in more people, and by the end of the year, everybody will be sold. Yeah, so anyways, this is Chewy Plays Nintendo. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you think. As always, bye!